A personal story. What was it like? I hope I never forget, for if I do, I'm liable to go right back out there and think I can lust like a gentleman again. You see, I'm a sexaholic, a recovering sex drunk. That's like an alcoholic, only the drug is sexual lust instead of booze. As a small child, I was a thumbsucker, and the only way my parents could rid me of the habit was to call in the local motorcycle cop. It was the 1930s in the country not far from Los Angeles. My parents, who came to America on the high tide of immigration, ran a small neighborhood store, a combination gas station, shoe repair, and grocery. There in our store, I was confronted with the ultimatum from this giant enforcer who loomed so large over me, all I can remember is his huge potbelly and Sam Brown belt. It was either stop sucking my thumb or he would start slicing pieces off the end. I stopped with a convulsive shudder, but I needed that pacifier. The only other obsessions I can remember before age 8 were the Sunday comics and evening radio adventure stories and mysteries. My brother and I would practically crawl inside the loudspeaker to lose ourselves in total fantasy and escape the harsh realities of depression poverty, which took our father and left mother with 3 hungry excuses for anxious desperation. My favorite comic strip was Flash Gordon, with its brave men, marvelous machines, and gorgeous women in stunning and revealing costumes. One Sunday, I was devouring the strip with gaping soul when Azura, the Queen of Magic, appeared out of nowhere to embrace Flash and touch my childhood, a strange new experience. The sexual arousal gave me the means of flight from reality, and I found myself compelled to escape daily into the ecstatic oblivion that masturbation provided. I had found my connection. It was imprinted from the very beginning, and sex would thereafter become dependent on picture women. Though developing normally, physically, I stopped maturing emotionally. In grammar school, I wanted so to break through and relate to other children, but never quite made it. I just wasn't there. I was off somewhere, hiding inside myself, peering out at the world like it was all just another show being imagined in my head. Loss of emotional control was also evident during this period, and in ensuing years, in fits of temper, I would vent my suppressed resentment and strike out in violence against my brother. Junior high school was more of the same, only with more anxiety. Boys and girls were pairing off, but I felt like the misfit, still peering out at the world. And masturbation, always masturbation. I used it as a pacifier, soporific, for escape, and for feeling I was really alive. High school was the worst. I remember girls wanting me, but I still couldn't break through. I had a crush on a girl, but the best I could manage was looking at her when she couldn't see me looking. It was in high school where I began seeing what was really going on between the sexes, secretly yearning for some of the action, yet not yet knowing what it really was. So I stole the locked equipment to the biology textbook. So I stole the locked supplement to the biology textbook and discovered to my great surprise and pleasure how humans had sex with each other. That's learning the hard way for someone who'd been a sex drunk for 9 years. In high school, some of us would work half a day in the aircraft industry, then go to school the rest of the day. I remember bucking rivets on bombers, where the back alley talk did more to feed my lust than pictures ever did. Part of me wanted what was on the wild side and wouldn't be satisfied without it, religious upbringing notwithstanding. That, plus a few brief encounters with high school temptresses, I see now they may have been captive to lust too, lit the fuse of desire that would smolder for years to come. I was extremely allergic to lust all along, but never knew it. I just had that devastating feeling of being different. Whatever else was going on in those years, 2 things were as certain as my own existence, maybe more so. The daily need for my sexual drug to ease the emotional turmoil inside, and the continuing search for pictures to feed the idolatrous craving.